Welcome to Health 2660. Here we don't just talk about health, we tell the stories that heal. Now please listen to the story. The scent of frying onions was Elias Thorne's constant companion. It clung to his clothes, permeated his small apartment, and danced in his dreams. Not the acrid, eye-watering pungency that sent most running for cover, but a sweet, almost caramelized aroma. The promise of culinary comfort, of deeply satisfying flavor, and most importantly, of profound health. Elias wasn't just fond of onions. He was, to put it mildly, obsessed. This wasn't a passing fancy or a culinary whim. It was a deeply ingrained conviction, born from years of painstaking research, personal experimentation, and a lifelong quest for optimal health. Elias wasn't a doctor, a nutritionist, or even a chef by trade. He was by all outward appearances an unremarkable accountant. But behind the spreadsheets and tax returns lay a fervent passion for the human body, a near-religious devotion to the power of whole foods, and an unwavering belief in the humble onion as a veritable panacea. His apartment, a cramped one-bedroom in a bustling city, was less a home and more a laboratory dedicated to the study and celebration of allium cepa. Every surface was covered with books on botany, nutrition, and traditional medicine. Jars of pickled onions, dehydrated onion flakes, and onion-infused oils lined the shelves. Bunches of fresh onions in every conceivable variety. Yellow, white, red shallot scallions hung from the ceiling, their papery skins rustling softly in the breeze from the open window. The air itself seemed to hum with the potent energy of allium compounds. Elias's journey began in his childhood. He was a sickly child, plagued by allergies, chronic infections, and a general lack of vitality. Doctors prescribed endless courses of antibiotics and antihistamines, which offered temporary relief, but ultimately left him feeling weaker and more depleted. His grandmother, a wise old woman with a deep understanding of herbal remedies, watched his suffering with growing concern. One day, she brewed him a potent onion soup, simmering it for hours with chicken broth, garlic, and a secret blend of herbs. He grimaced at the pungent smell, but his grandmother insisted he drink every last drop. To his surprise, he felt a surge of energy, a warmth spreading through his body. His congestion cleared, his headache subsided, and for the first time in weeks he felt, well, it wasn't a cure, all of course. But it planted a seed of curiosity in his young mind, a spark of hope that perhaps there was a better way to heal than relying solely on pharmaceuticals. As he grew older, Elias began to delve deeper into the world of natural medicine. He devoured books on herbalism, nutrition, and traditional healing practices. He learned about the power of phytonutrients, the importance of gut health, and the interconnectedness of the mind, body, and spirit. He discovered the remarkable properties of onions, their high concentration of quercetin, a potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent, their rich supply of sulfur compounds known for their detoxifying and immune-boosting effects, their prebiotic fibers which nourished beneficial gut bacteria. The more he learned, the more convinced he became that onions held the key to unlocking optimal health. But Elias wasn't one to blindly follow dogma. He knew that every individual was different, that what worked for one person might not work for another. So he embarked on a personal experiment, meticulously tracking his onion consumption and its effects on his body. He started slowly adding a small amount of raw onion to his daily diet. He noticed an immediate improvement in his digestion, a reduction in his allergy symptoms, and a general increase in his energy levels. Emboldened by these results, He gradually increased his intake, experimenting with different varieties and cooking methods. He ate them raw, sautéed, roasted, grilled, pickled, and even juiced. He monitored his blood pressure, his cholesterol levels, his blood sugar, and every other conceivable health marker. He kept a detailed journal, meticulously recording his observations and refining his approach. His research led him to explore the specific benefits of onions for each of the 5 major internal organs: the liver, the heart, the lungs, the kidneys, and the spleen. He discovered that onions could support liver detoxification by stimulating the production of glutathione, a powerful antioxidant that helps to neutralize harmful toxins. He learned that onions could protect the heart by reducing cholesterol levels, lowering blood pressure, and preventing blood clots. He found that onions could help to clear the lungs by acting as an expectorant, loosening mucus and easing congestion. He realized that onions could support kidney function by acting as a diuretic, helping to flush out excess fluids and toxins. And he understood that onions could strengthen the spleen by boosting the immune system and improving the absorption of nutrients. Elias's obsession with onions wasn't without its challenges. His colleagues at the accounting firm found his pungent breath and onion-laden lunches somewhat off-putting. His social life suffered. Dates often ended abruptly when he insisted on ordering extra onions on everything. Even his own family found his enthusiasm a bit much. But Elias was undeterred. He knew that he was on to something important, that he had stumbled upon a powerful tool for promoting health and well-being. He was determined to share his knowledge with the world, to spread the gospel of the onion to anyone who would listen. One day, Elias stumbled upon a local community health workshop focused on natural healing. The event featured talks on herbs nutrition and holistic wellness. Inspired by what he heard, Elias volunteered to start a small weekly health discussion group at the neighborhood center. There, he shared his onion-based discoveries, simple recipes, and personal insights. The group quickly grew, attracting people from all walks of life who were curious about improving their health through real food. It became a space of learning, support, and transformation. The weekly group meetings quickly became popular. Elias explained the health benefits of onions with passion and clarity. He demonstrated simple ways to prepare them, shared his favorite recipes, and even gave practical tips like how to avoid onion breath. People were drawn to his unique approach and genuine enthusiasm for natural healing. Word of mouth spread, and soon his health group became a local hub for wellness education, where people came not just to learn, but to heal together. However, Elias also understood the importance of moderation and awareness. He knew that while onions offered numerous health benefits, they weren't a magic bullet, and they weren't suitable for everyone. He emphasized that while onions are powerful allies in a healthy lifestyle, they are not a substitute for medical care. Overstating their effects as a cure-all could mislead others and contribute to misinformation. During his community talks, Elias spoke candidly about potential downsides, such as digestive discomfort, like bloating or heartburn, especially for people with sensitive stomachs, or conditions like gastritis or IBS. He also explained that onions may interact with certain medications like blood thinners, which can increase bleeding risk. In rare cases, eating very large amounts could lead to anemia. Elias always reminded people to listen to their own bodies, start slow, and consult their doctor when making significant dietary changes. He elaborated on the proper way to consume onions to maximize their health benefits and minimize potential risks. He stressed the importance of choosing organic onions whenever possible to avoid exposure to harmful pesticides. He recommended soaking raw onions in water for a few minutes before eating them to reduce their pungency and improve their digestibility. He suggested pairing onions with other healthy foods such as garlic, ginger, and turmeric to enhance their synergistic effects. He advised cooking onions gently to preserve their nutrients, avoiding high heat that could destroy their beneficial compounds. And he emphasized the importance of chewing onions thoroughly to aid digestion and release their potent enzymes. He also shared practical guidance for most people about 1/4 to 1/2 of a raw onion per day, or one small cooked onion was a reasonable amount. He stressed that eating onions should be part of a balanced and varied diet, including leafy greens, fruits, whole grains, and plant-based proteins for long-term health. Health 2660. Thanks you for listening. We'll see you in the next video, and until then, be kind to yourself.